So I know since I was little that my brain functions differently than most people's. So I'm pretty sure that I have ADHD, and it's been undiagnosed for years. I am 52 years old and I am still undiagnosed. I've looked at all the symptoms, and there are so many that fit who I am as a person. There's no denying that I have ADHD. So I was thinking, if I have ADHD, could that have affected my weight loss through the years? And now that I'm going through menopause, is the symptoms even worse? And to my surprise, yeah, it can affect your weight loss, especially with women over 50 going through perimenopause or going through menopause. So I wanted to share with you 6 ways that my undiagnosed ADHD has possibly affected my weight loss throughout my years. Number 1, difficult with consistency and sticking to any kind of routine. I have always had a problem with consistency. Sticking to routines, bored. I can't maintain meal plans or exercise routines. I'll do it for a little while, but then I'll stop. I think I get bored, and I know that consistency is the key for weight loss. Consistency is the key for a lot of different things, and I feel like that's one thing that's really holding me back. Number 2, impulsive eating or choosing bad foods. That has been a problem for me throughout my life. So ADHD can impair the brain's ability to regulate dopamine, and it makes it harder to stop eating once you've stopped, or to ignore the portion control altogether, especially with those foods that we love. And sometimes those comfort foods give you a little dopamine hit, which makes you feel really good. So then you want to keep going and doing that. So therefore, eating disorder or impulsive eating, binge eating is also a big one. And that is something that has affected me throughout my life. And I didn't even put the two together. So number 3, motivation. ADHD can cause an ever-changing flow of motivation level. So I'll be really excited to start something new, start a new diet, a new exercise program. Starting anything new is exciting, but then I lose interest in it almost 2 weeks in, maybe. And then what's frustrating to me is when I do that, I feel like a failure, and then I always have to start over. I hate starting over. Number 4, instant gratification. One of the biggest things for me is that weight loss, it's a long-term process. It requires, number 1, consistency. And my ADHD brain seeks out instant gratification, immediate reward. I want what I want, when I want it, and I want it now. If you see me looking down, it's because I have notes. So the lack of results in a timely fashion, at least for my brain, it's a big issue for me. And not being able to stick with the plan because I want the results and I want them now. Weight loss does not work that way. Weight loss is not an instant gratification thing. It takes a while, it takes a long time, and it takes commitment and consistency. And that's something that I know have held me back throughout the years in my weight loss journey. So number 5, negative self-talk, low self-esteem. So I really do have low self-esteem. I'm constantly kicking myself in the butt or talking negatively about myself to myself. I would never talk to anyone else the way I talk to myself. I wouldn't have any friends and nobody if I talked to anyone the way I talk to myself. And that is something that I know I've struggled with for a very, very long time. I am definitely my own worst enemy. But that kind of self-criticism or self-negative talk, it just lowers your confidence, lowers the belief in yourself and the ability to make any kind of changes or sustainable changes in your life. And without that confidence, you feel like it's pointless, like why bother? because I know I'm already going to fail. For me, at least, it leads to seeking out comfort from eating. I eat when I get bored. I eat when I'm sad. So it's the emotional eating for me. And trying to chase that dopamine hit by sugary foods or comfort foods that you really, really like. Mine is ice cream. And number 6, increased perfectionism. So when I start something new, I get hyper focused on it, and I tend to forget to eat. So that's also a problem, eating too much or not eating enough. When I do start on something and I get hyper focused, then I want it to be perfect. It's got to be perfect before I can do anything with it. If I have a meal plan, it has to all be planned out, Monday through Sunday. I have to know what I'm eating, when I'm eating it, and everything has to be perfection. And if I don't have it perfected just like I need it to be, it's not good enough. So therefore, I again have the why bother attitude. I've already failed at something I haven't even started. And it leads me to abandon the entire plan. So those are 6 ways that I have realized that my undiagnosed ADHD has affected my weight loss. So how do we deal with these issues? Well, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to make an appointment with my doctor, first of all, which I encourage you to do if you feel as though you also have undiagnosed ADHD. When I make the appointment for my primary doctor, I'm going to request for a therapist that is ADHD friendly and hopefully get techniques and problem solving skills from the therapist. But in the meantime, I'm still going to work on my portion control. I'm still going to be moving 15 minutes every day when I can, because I'll tell you, I have not been very good at that, and I'm sorry, but this is a process for me. We're going to keep drinking our water. We're going to still keep adding to our positivity jar. So come along with me on my journey to being diagnosed with ADHD for the first time in 52 years. So we can share our thoughts, build a community of helpful ADHDers. So if you guys have found this valuable at all, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. It really helps me out to grow. And I will see you guys on the next one, I hope. And keep drinking your water. I love you guys. Bye.